Hi there. Welcome to Lesson 13 of the Alto Recorder Lessons Project. I'm Kenneth Sribnick. This is the first lesson in Book 2 of the Sweet Pipes recorder books for adults that we've been using. I think going from Book 1 to Book 2 is like crossing a river. Some people see the river and say, "I'll never get across." They give up and they don't try. Some wade into the water blindly, not knowing how or where to cross, and they never make it. And some people take the advice of local guides about where to cross, what areas have problems. They learn from people that crossed successfully before. They take it all to heart. I'm no longer your teacher. You might think of me as one of your guides, along with the authors Burkoff, Hetrick, and now Paul Clark. These videos and Book 2 can ease your way across to becoming an intermediate recorder player that knows and can sight read every note on the alto with a good degree of proficiency. Just as it was in Book 1, each unit of Book 2 contains 3 elements. First, powerfully composed drills that, if diligently practiced, can imprint your neural learning centers for speedy recognition, retrieval, and performance of all your recorder's notes. Next, there's an abundance of short melodies to reinforce the notes and introduce music theory elements in a structured order. Lastly, in the back of the book are short performance pieces identified by their Book 2 skill levels. Our book is deceivingly plain. I think this book is perhaps the most efficient and least commercialized music method ever written. The title says it all: the Sweet Pipes Recorder Book for Adults and Older Beginners. Make sure your book is Sweet Pipes publisher number SP 2367. In these videos, I'll try to live up to the excellence of our book's authors and get you across our river. In Book 1, you learn B flat and E flat in the lower register of the recorder. We need to learn the alto's higher B flat, near the middle of the upper register. So many melodies demand it. The note is fingered almost identically to the B flat you already know, only now half holding the thumb and without the pinky on the other hand. The fingering chart in the unit header shows this. When written, the note rests on top of the high A you learned in Book 1. Because so much music is predominantly down in your lower register, our emphasis in Book 2 will be on playing these higher note drills perfectly, however slow. Our goal is to have the new notes you learn absolutely functional. So when you do encounter them, you don't need to stop playing and dig out a fingering chart. As you'll see, the drills in this and the following lessons are true stepping stones forward. Right now, in the drills, you'll use B flat in a scale in exercise 1, in leaping intervals in exercise 2, and in arpeggiations in the third drill. All 3 are very melodic and easy on the ear and the nerves of cats and other pets. I'll play them way too fast so you get a sense of them. Drill 1. Drill 2. Drill 3. Also in the drills, our authors introduce a new musical element, the slur. Easy to play, but in your music skills, you'll need to imprint and demand from your brain the change back and forth from tonguing when you change notes to only fingering to change notes. And do that exactly where and when it's written. The recorder sounds traditional and best with the distinct notes from your tooting. As a more skilled player, though, who phrases, your slurs will move the melody along. Do you see the slur marks in the next to the last measures of exercises 2 and 3? I'll play the slurs at the end of 3, so you hear the differences in the effect. As opposed to slurs push a melody forward without your playing faster. They also often bring your listener along, signaling a change in the melody's direction, up or down as well. So a slur is the same changing of the note in your fingers, but without the toot between the two notes that have the slur mark. Now that we've started book 2, I'm going to give you sight reading exercises again to explore on your own and bring to our next lesson. I'd like you to work up exercise 14, The Girl I Left Behind Me. It has a good number of high B-flat notes and a nice variety of slurs, all to play as written. I debated asking you for one of the easier melodies in the unit, but this is in your skill level. It's an Irish tune dating back to the second half of the 1500s and later to the era of Queen Elizabeth I. It's the song of soldiers and sailors leaving for war. The tune arrives in America around 1650. It's such a good melody that it inspired this painting by Eastman Johnson in the 1870s. Work the tune up and bring it to your next lesson. And people into Christmas music might want to check out sight reading exercise 15, The First Noel. Now I want to focus on exercise 11, Sicilian Mariners. The slurs and breath marks here will guide you in your phrasing. Again, don't try for speed. This will give you a sense of it. Nobody knows how far back that melody goes for sure, but it's found in early on as a Roman Catholic hymn, a German Christmas carol, and an English recessional. The core and structure of this ancient Sicilian sailor's tune will eventually become an American gospel song, and then later adapted as the first half of the American civil rights protest song, We Shall Overcome, championed and performed by all the greatest of America's cultural influencers, including the wonderful Pete Seeger. That rich heritage is now on your music stand. Let's close with a duet you're ready for, Jacob van Eyck's Prince Robert Mascow. Here edited by our author, William E. Hetrick, as exercise 175 on page 44. It's from Van Eyck's 2-volume collection of recorder music, De Fluiten Lusthof. I hope from our Dutch friends that I pronounced that halfway decently. Translated, that's the Flute Garden of Delights. It's the largest collection of music ever for any woodwind. It was published in 1644 and is still in print today. Van Eyck was a blind Dutch composer. He was a carillon maker and player. The carillon is an instrument of about 30 bronze bells played from a keyboard. He was a recorder player, and the music you are playing was dictated by Van Eyck, who was blind from birth, to an associate. Our book offers this piece twice, progressing it up in difficulty till it's a Book 2, Unit 7 skill level. This exercise 175 starts you off now with a part written for someone like you that's recently finished Book 1. You'll see there's a lower voice labeled for Unit 0, inviting you to play. With 2 flats in common time, you once again should work the piece up before trying it with me here in the video. I'll count you in to start, but please consider a thumbs up so Book 2 doesn't scare people off. And also, subscribing makes me look good to YouTube. Here we go. And I'll see you in the next lesson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3.